My name is Catherine Polli. I'm a partner and head of the family team at Pinney Talfourd Solicitors. I'm joined today by Alex, who is a trainee within the family team. Alex, tell me why you chose family law.
I think as I grew up, I knew a lot of people who'd been involved in the family justice system, and I saw the impact that divorce and separation could have on children my age. And having seen that, it inspired me from there to see if I could make a positive difference to their lives in future. And it inspired me to pursue a career where I could have a positive difference on families and children in particular. But of course, as I've gotten involved in the profession, then my interest has sort of developed from there, having had exposure to various areas of family law, and it's continued to flourish from that point. So,
how difficult was it to get a training contract?
I think, as far as my own personal experience is concerned, I mean, I started off having applied to a smaller firm in Essex, working as a paralegal in their family department. I worked there for about a year before I was offered a training contract. And I think my advice, as far as anyone who's looking to get a training contract themselves, would be, of course, to try and get as much legal experience as possible, whether that be shadowing a barrister or shadowing a judge, or doing some form of pro bono work for Citizens Advice Bureau, for example. But obviously that's not to say, to neglect other areas of work experience, because it all leads to transferable skills that you can then apply to your own career.
So I know, Alex, you were based at a previous firm in Essex for some time, practicing as a trainee effectively before you moved to us mid-training contract. Can I ask you, what attracted you to Pinney Talfourd and the family team here specifically?
Yeah, so I think it was the size of the family team and the depth of expertise within the team. So of course, we have a number of solicitors ranked in the Legal 500 directory who are leading individuals in family law. And I think having access to that range of expertise and being able to call upon everyone's knowledge as and when needed, it's immensely helpful to my development. I think as well, of course, we've got a number of other departments that are featured in the Legal 500 directory, and so we've got a broad range of expertise beyond family law, and of course that's very useful if it comes to property law, for example, or private client work, to be able to draw upon the knowledge from other departments and bring that into your own work.
So what's it like to be a trainee within the family team? It's
a very rewarding role. Of course, the work is intellectually stimulating and it's challenging, which has always been important for me in the career that I decided to pursue. I think having the ability as well to go to court and shadow barristers and assist solicitors with litigation matters, it's immensely helpful for my development. Being able to hear a judge's views and their indications and their reasoning behind a judgment, it feeds into the advice that I can then give to clients moving forward. So do you enjoy going to court? I find it immensely helpful. I think it gives me a really good insight into how judges can look at different issues across a spectrum of issues. So particularly in financial remedy proceedings, if we're at an FDR hearing, I can hear how the judge would decide how the matter would be determined if it were at a final hearing. So that then of course feeds into the advice I can give to clients later. How do you balance the stresses of being a trainee solicitor here with all that it brings, going to court, advising clients, doing written work for us, along with doing your solicitor qualifying exams, which I know you've done one of and you've got one more to go. Yeah. You've done very well. Thank you. How do you balance that and keep your stress levels down? I think time management is important with that. You need to make sure that you're planning your time wisely and having a schedule in place. I think particularly in, for example, your evenings and weekends, it's important to block out some time to make sure you've got that free time to focus solely on studying. So, Alex, what does a typical day look like for you at the moment in the family department? No 2 days are the same really in the family department. I mean, one week you could be attending a multi-day fact-finding hearing involving serious allegations of domestic violence. Another week you may be assisting with drafting a cohabitation agreement, setting out how a couple would like to hold their respective beneficial interests in a jointly owned property. So there's a lot of contrast, and I think that's another thing that keeps the job exciting for me, because there's so much variety and so many opportunities to continue developing your knowledge and experience. What do you most like about Pinney Talfourd? I think, first of all, the team. I mean, it's great to have such a large team of colleagues who have all got a lot of experience in various areas of family law, and they're always happy to support me and assist me if I ever need any help with a case I'm working on, or if I've got any questions about a specific area of law that I haven't had as much experience with.
So Alex, finally, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And I do hope it's at Pinney Talfourd.
I see myself continuing to advance my career at Pinney Talfourd and continuing to develop my expertise here and continuing to build up my knowledge and my skills with the aim of becoming a well-rounded family lawyer. I hope by that stage I've got a varied caseload of my own and that I have made a positive impact on my clients' lives and that I continue to do so as my career progresses.
Thank you, Alex. Well done.